What's good, peeps? Welcome to an Indefatigable Artist. I am your host, Bleace, just a multimedia artist living in the 21st century. Appreciate you listening. A like, comment, and a share goes a long way. A free way to pay it forward. Can always go further at Bleace.com, and be sure to sign up to our free newsletter. Let's go further together, one step at a time. Episode 18, Momentary Glimpses. What can I give in this moment? Right here, right now. That is what I ask myself when I sit down for this podcast. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing anything? Make the conscious choice to do this over that. It's what I choose to do in this moment, right here, right now. I feel we're all products of our environment. And I feel in this moment that I have chosen my environment and it's chosen me. I feel welcome here. I feel like the energy resonates. And this week, I feel like I'm finally catching up a bit on a lot. I fell completely behind, and having to overcome some obstacles, but here we are in this moment. Was up late last night doing a stream for Mental Health Action Day, an event thrown in the metaverse by True Band Room and MTV. Bring back MTV. MTV has all this content. They could just play all old music videos. That's all they need to do. But it was really cool to go to yet another virtual concert filled with people from all over the globe. And last night was my only really chance to go. They went for 24 straight hours, a new performer every hour. Just incredible how they pull that off. So shout out to everyone involved, as it is not easy. A lot of work goes into throwing a virtual event like that, especially when you have live streams being fed in from all over, getting stream keys, all that set up, and to transition from one act to the next. That's a lot. And following that, we did a Web3 meetup ourselves this past week. Appreciate everyone who was involved with that. We met up IRL at Lion's Milk. You can check out the full live stream on YouTube, which I've updated the name to include Bleace and R. Lanham in that. So if you search R. Lanham, that should pop up. I'm also a topic on YouTube, which I did not know. And attached to this topic are my poetry albums. Just kind of cool. And you'll also see the podcast pops up as well. So R. Lanham is my official pseudonym. And how I signed both books and my signature on my books. So I'm just tired of people trying to find Bleace or look up Bleace, and it's always bleach. Like, just certain things. It's like it came to mind when I was thinking of the word Bleace, of if anybody had used it, and learning about the Bleach anime, which is very popular. It's just a bit unfortunate. So just trying to accommodate that for searchability purposes. Because that's the world we live in. It's not exactly what, you want it to be, and you got to kind of, you know, fit within the environment, the mold, and adapt to it. So that's what I'm doing. And so feels like a new identity now with this YouTube being just a slight title change. Like I wanted to still be true to Bleace, but also be able to be found search wise if people want to find my stuff. So trying to balance that. And I think this name change will help with that. Um, and when I say Web3 meetup, I know some may ask, what is Web3? And when I get asked that, I try to say it's the internet in 3D. It's social media three-dimensionally. You go from a 2D profile pic to a 3D avatar wearing unique digital fashion that is exemplary of your personality, and really it's only limited by your imagination. And having posted metaverse content for the past couple of years now, I know the knee-jerk reaction is to downplay it, to knock it down, make fun of it, say the graphics are trash. Could list off any number of comments I've received. But I think they fail to see beyond the surface level of what this really is. They're kind of just window shopping on their 2D social media app. Um, I'm old enough to remember when MySpace came out and parents were fear mongering, meeting strangers online on the internet. Now look at that generation. They've simply taken over Facebook. You got to constantly tell them stop adding people you don't know and stop clicking links. Wondering why your profile is getting hacked as you do yet another survey to find out what animal you are or what movie character are you, and you grant access to whatever website is offering this, and you allow them all of your information, and you do this in seconds. The number of times I've seen someone post one of those surveys, and within a week seeing the post, don't accept the friend request, I was hacked. Like, I have seen that time and time again, and I continue to put out warnings to people I know, and I continue to see people in 2023 still doing these things. It's just, oh man, it's frustrating to see. But here we are. Look back at MySpace of what that looked like in 2006, right? And look how advanced the news feed is now. Look at video games. I love the one where it shows Tom Brady when he first entered the league versus his last year in the league, of how much graphics have improved. And so the same is said with Web3. It's got to start from somewhere. This is a new technology, and there's more to it than just deploying these wearables and stuff. Like, this is blockchain technology. All of the wearables that I'm wearing are non-fungible tokens on the blockchain. So it's not just tied to one platform. It's not just tied to Decentraland. No, it is tied to the blockchain, which then I could pull it up on OpenSea or any user interface that I could connect my wallet to. It is tied to my wallet. And that's the big advancement forward. That's what you didn't have in Fortnite. That's what you don't have in Warzone, in Call of Duty. And that's what these gamers need to understand, is that this takes your ownership of wearables, which you're already purchasing. You're already spending billions of dollars a year. There's a reason why Fortnite can be free, why Warzone can be free to download. It's because they're making so much on the wearables. And so as such, they are propagating this fear mongering of this advancement of technology because it is of self interest to them and their profit margin. And I really believe that once they get set up with blockchain technology, that they will then be pushing it forward. They will be pushing the space forward, because again, it will be in their self interest. Um, and does the space have a lot to overcome? Sure, sure. It's early. It's new. It's in an infantile state. And are there a lot of scammers taking advantage? Certainly, certainly. And it the ratio of good actors to bad actors drastically needs to change in the space. But what I focus on and have always focused on is the technology. Like I said, with cryptocurrency, the ability to transfer funds almost instantaneously to anywhere in the world, is very powerful, and we need that in today's society. And the same thing goes with digital assets. We have to be able to prove ownership as we move more and more into this digital space. We have to be able to prove, I own this profile and I own these assets on this profile. These companies have been making billions of dollars off of our profiles without us making a single cent off of it. We just simply get to use the service for free. We agree to this in the terms and conditions. But I think as we evolve in this space, demands have to come to the table. And I feel like people don't even know what to ask for when they come to the table. It's like, what are you asking for? And what we're asking for is ownership of our information. So that way we can get, really a cut of what's our information, what, is being provided to these companies, without really her knowledge. It's just all you look up something one time on Google and it's everywhere on social media apps, everywhere it's being pushed to you, because that data is being sold. And the rate at which it's being sold is just increasing faster and faster and faster. It's almost instantaneous now of you Googling something and it appearing on Facebook, it appearing on Instagram, it appearing on your Twitter. That transfer rate's really fast. So it's saying, this is my ownership. Everything can be on this blockchain technology. And I'm not saying which one, I'm not saying it's going to be Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. And there's more being created. And I think, as these centralized banks realize, and you're starting to see it, as they realize this technology is going to help them uh, conduct their own business, because right now it's really just so slow compared to what can be done with these new emergent technologies. And so it's seeing how this technology can then benefit the small artists, which really in the past decade here has suffered because of these web 2 technologies exploiting, people for monetary gain, that has only helped to serve the minority and not the majority. And it's getting even worse now with these subscriptions of having to pay a minimum fee to really be seen. It's just a killer. And it's just, content creators need more, as they put out all of this content, right? And I think we've seen, uh, a pretty good model, I guess. Could be definitely better with TikTok, of how much they give content creators, because it is an art form, and it does take a lot of time and effort to put out this content. Well, I know this podcast is completely random and goes in a lot of weird directions, and but writing for this podcast and expressing it with my voice has been really soothing for my soul. through a lot of these obstacles. And I'm very grateful for that, and grateful that I get to choose to spend this time working on this podcast. And I really hope it resonates with others, and you can feel it and benefit from it too. Um, it's just really capturing little moments in time, little glimpses of my life, um, which is exactly what I wanted to do along this journey, this next step. And I hope in some ways that it does inspire um, others along their journey of self expression, whether you're an artist or not. We all have the ability to communicate spoken language, written language, these beautiful symbols that bring us together is art in and of itself. The sounds of these words, perfect symmetry for the ears, vibrational geometry. Your vibe attracts your tribe. What can I give in this moment, right here, right now? If this were the last episode I ever recorded, what are the words I would want to say? Say what you have to say while you have the ability to say it. There is only now, but it tricks us of past and future to distract you from its real power, the presence of now. And the choice is there right in front of you. Language, that voice inside your head. Where did those words come from? Where's the origin of your language? Who first created those words? How did those words come about? How many did Shakespeare come up with? Language is elementary. Realizing you are more than the words inside of your head, that there is more to consciousness, that language is only a small part of that. Time and mind coexist. You are more than your mind. The thoughts that reside inside your head were put there by your environment. You were born out of this world, not into it. You are a part of this universe, this one song and dance. So go further, go beyond, get lost in your dreams. Close your eyes, be fully present. The magical elements coursing through your veins, electric synapses firing in your brain, your entire ecosystem living as one. What more do you want? What more could you want than just one more moment, just like this? Reflecting the absolute beauty of it all. Not thinking about if I had this or if this didn't happen. That is thinking in the future or in the past. If you're able to hear these words right here, right now, to see your neighbor one more time, talk to your friend just one more time, to be in this moment, the one you will never get back, the one that will never be the same ever again, the moment that came and went. You and your childhood friends went out to play for the last time, yet none of you knew it. And here you are now, all grown up. How many of them still show up in your mind today? Get lost in your dreams and then just wake and be. You are a human being in this universe, and no one really knows what that means. What it means to just be. What are we supposed to be? Think outside your artificial environment. So many people fear what they call artificial intelligence. Yet, how much of their world right now is pure illusion?
How much of their day-to-day lives are spent thinking about things that don't truly matter when it's all said and done? We are meant to be barefoot in the forest. What the fuck is a credit score? What is a Monday, a Friday, weekday, weekend? These are all made up. Over time, humans have come together to make these words up and to give them meaning by enforcing man made laws upon the populace. And therein lies the tragedy. One major flaw in humanity: selfish greed. What does it truly mean? A number on a screen? A number on a sheet? What does it truly mean? Right there. 1, 2, 3. Daily gratitude alarm. There are 7 difficult emotions that we deal with. And you just gotta just take a deep breath and let them out. 3 deep breaths. Helplessness, sadness, anger, embarrassment, shame, vulnerability. Let it all out. Let it all out. Embrace that vulnerability. Grow from it. You woke up today with that simple act. You're already more resilient than the day before if you choose to see it. What does it all truly mean at the end of the day? If this were the last episode, what was it all for? Why am I doing this? What does it truly mean? Will it give you one more heartbeat? Will it give you one more breath of fresh air? What does it fucking mean? Absolutely nothing. Just wake and be. Be. Not be happy, not be confident, not be this or that. Just be. And that is all we can be. Accept me for me. Don't try to put me in a box, label me some made up word. Just call me by my made up word. Just call me Bleace and respect me to just be. And I will do the same. Lost in a dream. Do I wake up? Do I scream? No, it sleeps only mean. Lost in our thoughts, in some ways reflecting on what today brought. Thinking anything and everything is possible, as it is in life. How do we not see? Must find the need to proceed. Lost in our own world, going down the twirl of deep fascination, unlimited imagination. Lost in our subconsciousness, no other witness, Only I hold the key to the door I explore. I want to thank you for listening. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. And to all of those joining me on this indefatigable journey, going one step further, one episode at a time.
appreciate you listening. Be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, and share. It's a free way to pay it forward. Can always go further at Bleace.com and sign up to our free newsletter. Let's go further together, one step at a time.